In this demo, we're going to look at the process for taking an exam or for doing a survey within Blackboard. Now, the exam for Blackboard orientation is located in the assignments area. Your professor may put the quizzes or exams within their own folder, or they could be located within any of the other content areas that we've seen so far. Now, the exam is located here at the bottom, and to enter the exam, all we need to do is click on the orientation exam, click here link, and then it's going to say click OK to begin. Now, there is a handout that talks about best practices for preparing to take an exam, and this will be a practice run for you through orientation to see what that process is. The surveys you take in orientation are also a couple examples of what it's like to take an exam, and that'll help better prepare you when you actually take a real exam within any of your Blackboard courses. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and then you'll notice here I set this up just so you would see an example of this. This is an elapsed time timer. Now, most of the exams you'll experience in Blackboard are timed. This one, the orientation exam, is not timed. I've only set the timer up to show you an example of it. Now, typically, here will tell you what the time is, or your instructor will get provided in the instructions, and you say, I've got it set for 2 hours, and that's indicated here. A 1-minute warning will be displayed that you need to save. Now, another important thing to do while you're taking exams, as you answer questions, maybe you do 5 of them or 6 questions, there's a save button over here to the right. You don't want to click and save every answer, but as you go down through the exam, and maybe you do 5 or so, it's a good thing to go down and hit save. And I'll go ahead and hit save, and it'll reload, and then I'll go ahead and complete, and I'll go ahead down to the bottom and click on another one, and I'll go ahead and hit save. Now, the idea behind this is that if something does happen during taking the exam, your instructor can see how much time you took on that exam. It tells the amount of time elapsed, the last time your computer connected to the server. So that gives an indication. If it was a 30-minute exam and it said you were in there 15 minutes and you had about half the exam done and saved, that would give the instructor an idea of how you were doing when you experienced the problem. Now, you'll have to look and see what your professor's policy is on resetting exams. Some do not reset exams. Some throw out the lowest exam, so that's one reason why they don't clear an attempt where something went wrong, because you can just throw out that exam. Now, it's rare that a problem happens, but like I said, it's a good thing to do to save the exam occasionally, and then you've got a good faith effort put forth on your part saying, here, I did complete part of it, I was doing well, but something happened. And like I said, there isn't a document that tells some of the best practices for preparing to take an exam and what not to do while you're taking an exam, and some of the things you need to do. If you do have a problem during an exam, you need to immediately contact your professor. Email them. That way they know immediately that there's been a problem. Now, they may not receive the email immediately or respond to it immediately, but go in and send an email to your instructor, and then I would maybe follow up with a call letting them know there was a problem. And then you can work out what the follow-up will be on that. Now, when you've completed your exam, we go here to the bottom, and I'll go ahead and click submit. Now, it's going to tell me that I did not complete these items. I want to go ahead and submit it anyway, but it's warning you that you've not completed the exam. I'll go ahead and click OK, and it wants me to confirm that I want to submit it. So you can see you're not going to accidentally submit the exam, because it's asking you again if you really want to submit it. Now, it tells me here that it's been submitted. It gives me my student name, the assessment name, the submitted time, tells me the name of the exam and the course, and I'll go ahead and click OK to view results. Now I did really poorly. I got 0 out of 100 because I was just checking boxes and I did not finish all of them. So let me go ahead and click OK. Now if I go into the grade book, you'll see here that I have a 0 for that exam. So that's the process for taking an exam within Blackboard. Now the difference between an exam and a survey, there are 2 surveys in this course. They are ungraded. The results are submitted to the instructor, but the only way the instructor can see the results is to look at the results for the whole class, and there's nothing in there indicating which student responded to any given question. So that's the difference between a survey, and the surveys are meant basically to provide feedback to the school and to your instructor to help better improve our online program. So I encourage you to participate in any of the surveys and answer them as forthrightly as possible, because like I said, it provides feedback to us to how to better prepare our courses and our faculty in the online program.